small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Level 1 Bar and Arcade. I am Scott. I go by Sav2880 on the wonderful world we know as Twitch right here. Forgive me for clicking around a little bit, getting a couple last little things ready. We are about to have a little bit of fun today doing some Mario Kart 64. First one of these we've run in, about a year and a half or so. Understandably, it's been about a year and a half or so with everything that's been going on in the world as we know it, but our friend Tyler has brought his awesome Mario Kart setup back down to show off for everybody, and we have got a whole lot of Mario Kart 64 to show off to everybody today, so hopefully everything will work. Technically, kind of rushed to get the last little bits and pieces of this up and running here. I'm sure we're going to have some of the players over here on the microphone as the day goes on as well, because we have some extremely well-versed Mario Kart 64 players here, and I want to make sure we've got that knowledge not only behind the Nintendo 64 joystick controls, but behind this microphone as well. And so we will get started here in just a couple minutes. In the meantime, we will take you right over here. You should be seeing all the action right now. We'll probably level out the sound a little bit while we're at it. Just make sure that is 100% good to go. And we should be getting going here in just a few minutes. So hang tight with us. We will be right back and enjoy some Mario Kart 64 in the meantime. If you're in chat, make sure to speak up, say hello, ask any questions you got, and we will do our best to answer everything coming your way. So thank you guys so much. We appreciate you being here. You guys can probably hear Austin in the background doing his thing. We appreciate Austin here running the tournament today and making sure everything is on the up and up with this awesome, awesome event. forgive me. I'm setting some stuff up right here real quick. All right, let's fix this up here. All right, I think we just about got it running here. They're getting everything reset on the system here. DJ in the house, thank you for jumping in, my man. I know you're here. I know you're in the building. We'll shift some stuff right here. We've just got a pretty tight little setup right here. I got Austin to my right. We got the players to the left. Actually, the one player is really close to where the capture box is, so we're going to have to be a little careful with that one. I have so got to remember to buy a brand new USB-A to USB-A cable because it makes me nervous how close that thing is sitting right then, but hopefully we will be good to go here. We will do our best to let you know which player is which here, but for the moment we just care about which of these 4 racers comes in first place. Austin, what's our speed on the first one, 50?
It is 100.
100. It is 100 cc the whole way. Yes. Got 12 players playing today. You can hear Austin saying it is Mushroom Cup, which means we are starting with the Mario Raceway. All right, here we go. Toad in first place right here. And we've got, oh, nice move right there by, looks like that was by Princess Peach. A couple very good players right here. I think Peach and Toad are probably the best of the bunch right now. Peach with a solid start here, first place. Toad in second, Yoshi in third, and Luigi in fourth. Luigi trying their best to catch up right here. You can see some of the advanced strategies up by Toad right then. You know, use that mushroom. Don't be afraid to go through the grass and the dirt when you got the mushroom going, and you're sliding left to right to get a little bit of that extra boost right there too. Toad also has that red shell, holding that shell in the background just to act as a great shield to hold up right then. So, yep, this has become a 2-person race to start with here. It is definitely Toad v. Peach. Peach looks like they have a reverse, and want to see what they'll do with the banana peels here. Peach in second place right here as we are approaching the start of lap number 3 in race number 1. Yep, putting them down, trying to find good spots. And also maybe doing that to try and use to shield against potential shells as well. Although I think based on the distance, oh, got one of the ones that was just sitting out right then. So there's red shell for Peach. I think trying to get rid of those bananas right then, try and use that red shell. No protection up there for Toad. Oh, and now the lightning hits as well. Is now going to be the time to utilize that? That's the question. Toad has a pretty sizable lead in first place right here. There's the use. Oh, but Peach hits the reverse block. That might be enough to give Toad the win. So now we're looking at the race for third and fourth. Can Luigi catch up with the star on board? I don't think it's going to be enough. Now Yoshi has a star on board as well. So I think we've got Toad in first place right here. Peach in second. Yoshi, I think, solidly in third, and that means Luigi will be in first. So let's switch this around right here. This is Moo Moo Farms right here. We're trying to adjust these names as we go, make sure we have the right player in the right position here. We don't always have that. I think Tim is in second down there, Damon in third, and then Drew in the fourth spot. I think we've got that accurate now. So Tyler and Tim definitely, you know, Tyler travels all the way from Michigan for these tournaments. He actually brings the setup, and let's talk about that for a minute. He brings a special HDMI modded Nintendo 64 and has been bringing it for quite some time. You know, there's a lot of talk, a lot of great new options if you have a high-def TV now to play in 64. If you have, one of the best groups out there, Dangkun's and Citrus 3000 Black Dog Tech just released their own HDMI add-on for the N64. If you have a regular one, you can buy a great device called a RetroTink in order to play it on a high-def TV with absolutely no added lag to it. And that's what they're doing right here with the original solution, which was called the Ultra HDMI. Just one cord coming out of the back of the N64 for everything, goes right into the TV, goes right into our capture card, and they're playing on a modern TV with all of the conveniences of an old school television. So it's great for us. We certainly would not want to be hauling around 80-pound CRTs here. I was just talking to a buddy of mine about that. Toad is in first place. Peach dead on Toad's trail right here. 3 shells, and what's the last one going to be? It's a star. Gets rid of everything. Here comes Peach. Right move right then. Is it enough to get there, though? There's nothing blocking the way. Just has to drive a straight line, not hit anything. It's going to be awful close. It is coming down to the wire, and oh! Peach wins it at the last moment. What a finish right there. Hey, Kate, how are you? Good to have you in chat right here. Yeah, it's amazing how many great ways there are to play the old stuff now on a new TV and not have to have a CRT. I mean, trust me, if I have the ability to play on a CRT, I love to do it. There's nothing more authentic in the world. It's beautiful. I have a couple to this day. I used to have a ton more, but once you move a couple times, you realize you don't like to do that. But yeah, there are great affordable options to play old systems on new stuff. You can mod, you can not mod. There's a ton of good stuff. So Tim and Tyler right now are tied for first place, exchanging first and second place finishes. I think it's looking pretty good that one of them is going to be into the final round that we run into here in a few minutes. But right now, Peach out in first place. That would be Tim. And nice use right there of the shell to keep Peach from going up through the shortcut. That is really the big play on this particular map right here. Just don't let him get in the shortcut any means possible. Any power-ups you've got that can keep you from doing that, it is to your benefit to have that be the case. There are 12 players today, so, pretty good turnout considering it's the first one of these things back after quite a long time of not doing any Mario Kart 64. We're certainly getting the word back out. Tournaments are back. And you heard that from Austin. If you can do the jump legally in the game without going out of bounds, it is A-okay to do. We've got the quality of players here that they could probably do some illegal jumps, some out-of-bounds fun. We don't want people doing that. We want to have this be competitive within the rules of each track. And that was a great job, by the way, back there by Peach to get the shortcut, although it looks like Toad has gotten the shortcut a couple of times. It's going to come down to who gets it this time to see who wins, I think. Both are playing very well. The lightning has subsided now. And let's see what we can do. All right. Toad's working the way. Has a red shell for protection. That could be huge. Gets the jump up there. That might seal it for Toad. Peach gets it as well, and has mushrooms to make a little bit of hay here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough near the end of this track. It's not going to be. And that means Toad gets the win. Peach comes in second. And it looks like Yoshi's going to be solidly in third place here. That would be Drew coming in third. And even with the advantage of all those red shells right here, if it was close, that would be all the protection they needed to make sure they got there. By the way, Kate, let me know how everything sounds. I think I've got everything configured as far as getting the sound to play nice. Sometimes with this capture card, that can act up just a little bit, but I think we've got everything in great working order here. So if for whatever reason you disagree, let us know, and we will adjust the sound levels accordingly. I don't care if you're loud, Austin. That's great. We want you to be loud. We need all the Austin in our life we can possibly get. That's a must. So this is the last race right here. They are on the Calamari Desert, a 753-meter track. Pulling a little bit of that information off the wondrous Mario Kart 64 wiki right here. It is actually the longest track that we see in the Mushroom Cup right here. I do hear that high-pitch one. Let me see if I can fix that. Tell me if that does better. That might be some whine coming off of one of the PC outputs. Actually, I think that does improve it quite a bit. I'm not hearing it in my speakers either. And I feel bad that Austin's quiet. We want Austin in our life. Daggone it. I might have to get some better RCA to headphone jack fun for that, or what have you. So we're on lap 2. Everybody is now on lap 2. Luigi with the golden mushroom right there. Very nice to see that. In fact, that gets Luigi in 3rd place, and now Yoshi's going to get 3rd place right back due to the presence of the lightning right there. Slows down everybody. This has actually been a much closer race than what we've seen. Yoshi very much in this thing, trying to take a little bit of that first, second, domination away from Tyler and Tim right here on the desert. It's a wide open track, a lot of room to operate here. If you know how to use the mushrooms, if you know how to drift around and get boosts, you can do a whole lot of good stuff right here. Head Talk, thank you for coming in chat, man. Hopefully you're having a great day as well. As this has been a super close race. Toad in 1st place right here, the final lap. Final lap of the very first group of the day. What's it going to be? It's going to be Golden Mushroom, and it looks like yep, the steel in place with the boo right there. That means Golden Mushroom, and that means a huge bump for Toad right there. That is all inbounds play because of how wide open this track really is. Hat Talk, glad you're doing good, man. And yeah, if you're in the area, we'll talk about it in a minute, but we'd love you to come up to the bar here. It's such a fun place to be. We'll talk about level 1 in just a moment. If Peach gets hit by the obstacle, that might do it. No, actually, Toad's still in this thing, and it's maybe 6 or 7 cart lengths. The win right there for Toad. So Toad will take group number 1 here. Super competitive right then. Tyler and Tim are extremely good at some Mario Kart 64, and it certainly shows in how they played right there. I'm not surprised they both played as well as they did. So Tyler will move on to the final round. There will be 3 top player from each of the groups will move on, and there will be a last chance qualifier. Think of this like sprint car qualifying. If you win your qualifier, you're in, and if you don't, you get yourself a nice little last chance win as well. We'll see everybody switch things over right here, and we'll talk about a couple things with the some of the advantages the EverDrive actually gives us here. You might be thinking, why are we using an EverDrive and not using an actual Nintendo 64 cartridge? Well, we'll tell you in just a moment right here once this group comes up. I think we got an unplug of the N64 right here, so they're checking everything with that.
There we go.
All right, we are back up and running.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we're good on our side. Just make sure the game's good on yours, and we're okay.
How do you go to Mario Kart?
Yeah, we'll let them get back to Mario Kart here in just a minute. The advantage that we get from the Mario Kart, and you can see it right here. Tyler in the background making sure the settings are okay. Austin, who's our players 1 through 4 again on this one?
So we have Quentin, Brad,
Hang on here. Brad
Cameron, and Emily.
and Emily. Hopefully those are in the right
Hopefully you
spots.
guys can reach underneath there. Let me know if you need to reach underneath there for you guys.
What's that? By the diagonals? Yeah, if you can do that. All right, give me names. Quentin's 2. All right, Quentin 2. Quentin, stop right. You stop left. Brad. Brad, player 1. All right. Bottom left is Emily, it looks like.
All right, group number 2 is set.
Okay.
We're going to do the same 4 races, Cameron.
I'm going to trust we got it right. We will see. I promise nothing. They are doing Mushroom Cup as well here.
You can follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, the advantage we get from using the EverDrive is we are using a modified ROM of Mario Kart 64. And what it does is it eliminates all of the advantages that an individual character would have. Like DK normally would have a very strong weight advantage. They would have speed, but they would not have acceleration. Toad would accelerate like crazy, but the lack of weight would be a major disadvantage in certain ways. With this, everybody is on a level playing field. So it's all about skill, it's all about knowing the track, and it's the most competitive way that you can do Mario Kart 64. And the fact we have that EverDrive allows us to load that custom ROM up and play it in a competitive format. So that's why we're going that route instead of a normal one that you see at the stores, and I think it adds to a lot of cool stuff that we get to see right there. So right now we have Yoshi in first place. This is super close between first, second, and third, and here comes Toad in fourth place with the start. It's running out and now has to get back on the track or it's going to lose a lot of placement right there. Got to time that really, really well to take advantage of the star but not lose it by still being off track once you're done. Oh, hits right there for Toad. But this is super close. Collision between second and third. DK and Peach right there. This has been very competitive so far. Oh, Donkey Kong takes the hit. Still has the green shells though. Looks like that is being strictly used as a shield right now as much as an offensive weapon. And they're choosing to get rid of it to go on offense, use the 3 mushrooms. I think that's the right play to try and catch this thing back up. See if you can get back to where Yoshi is. Yoshi's gliding around the track. Oh, great job with the shell right there on there. DK's got the star as well. So that's a big lead now for DK. And now Yoshi suddenly in third place. Looking at a possibility of falling all the way to last as DK is starting to stroll a little bit right here, especially with the crash. Yoshi trying to get back up into second place with the star right there. This is going to be very, very close. DK will win, I think, yes. And Yoshi gets back up to second place right at the end of the map. Super, super close right. All right. I think we got everybody right there. I think we did. If it's not right, we trust that they will tell us that's the case. I maybe need to have Chris add an Elwinator for which player is which in Mario Kart here. Level 1, as we said, we are in Columbus, Ohio, the north part of town, up on I-270. There are over 20 pinball machines, over 40 arcade games in here. The arcade games are all on free play. Pinball machines are all 50 cents or $1, depending on how new the game is. There are 24 drafts on brew. There is an amazing, and this is my love right here, there is an amazing bourbon selection as well. So if you are a whiskey and bourbon drinker, Alex and DJ and everybody at the bar has you covered with some amazing drinks that are kind of hard to find in stores around here. It is not easy to find Buffalo Trace, and I can do it every time I come in here. So that way I get to enjoy an adult beverage of my own while I am enjoying everyone play as well. Let me make sure we got those names right on there. I think we do. Oh my God, yeah. Alex is a bourbon connoisseur, so he has helped make sure the bourbon selection here is top notch. If there's something you want, they will work to find it too. We found some stuff just based on my interest as well. So lap 2 of 3, about to start lap number 3 here on the Moo Moo Farm, the shortest track not only of the Mushroom Cup, but in the entire game at 527 meters. Looks like Yoshi in first, Peach in second, DK takes the hit in third. That might knock them to fourth. It does. So Yoshi trying to rush around here. The protection did not work, but the mushroom allows Yoshi to get back up to speed extremely quickly, and that might be enough. No, that might not be. Peach with the hit of the green shells puts Peach in first place right here. Here we go, coming down to the last final stretch. And it is gonna be Peach. Great win for Peach. Yoshi second, Toad solidly in third, and that means DK will not make it to the end of the track and will end up in fourth place. Quentin takes the fourth right there. And you can see now a DK and a Peach win so far right here. Competitive right now. In fact, DK's had a first place and a fourth place finish, so can't really tell you who's winning right now. It might actually be Yoshi, with a pair of second-place finishes, is in first in the group. So here is Koopa Troopa Beach right now. Again, it's all about that jump, and Yoshi gets the star to start right here. That's a nice place to be in. You're not worried about it right now being in fourth place. That star gets you immediately into first. They do a good job of missing all of the water right then, take the ridge in between. But while that was all happening, Peach did get the special jump, and that puts Peach solidly into first place right here. So we are on to second lap. That was a blue shell. Hits Peach right there. So Yoshi now starting to make the comeback, but another good job of getting a shorter route for Peach. But can Peach get the jumps right here? That is the next big thing we're curious about. Opted not to go for it, so you can absolutely get that jump without any power-ups. It's not easy. You got to be almost pixel perfect, but it is doable to do, and Yoshi has been going for it, and as a result, Yoshi's in first place. So let's see if Yoshi can finish this thing off right here, get what would, I believe, be their first win of the group after a couple of second-place finishes. That's what we're looking at right here, getting that first jump out of the way, and now it's all about the mini jumps here, taking them to get the items, and they're not going for the big jump right here. I think Peach has to go for it. Peach is not able to do it. Just off the side of the ramp right then. So now, DK gets in the water, gets third place, but can that red shell hit? Doesn't look like it's going to. I think Yoshi's going to get first place right here for sure. Okay, that'd be the same way. That's why I'm on this side of it. I wish I had the skills. So Peach takes second, DK takes third, and Toad in fourth. So that is our third different winner out of all these games right here. I'd say based on what we're seeing, it's now a tie between Yoshi and Peach, considering there's 2 seconds and a second, third. Actually, no, I would say Yoshi's in first and Peach is in second, 1 point behind. So Peach has got to finish 1 above Yoshi right here in order to win the group. That's what we're looking for in the Calamari Desert. What can Peach and Yoshi do right here? So much room to operate right here if you have the right items and the right strategy. There is very little out of bounds space over the course of this map. There's a lot of spaces you can go. There's a lot of open sections. A lot of things you can do. You can see Peach using the sliding right here to just follow the train tracks as opposed to being really directly on the track right here, and you don't lose a lot of speed doing it that way either. So plenty of options to play with here. Peach off to a good start, but everyone's playing pretty well. Toad right there with the golden mushroom to jump back into first place. But everyone's right there. Everyone within about 2 seconds of each other going into lap number 2. Yoshi's definitely trying the speed up tactics, using the bounces, using the slides to try and gain speed in these open spaces here. DK's not messing around, using the red shells, but yep, they finally do land. And another one right behind it. DK just punishing Peach right there. And it works out, actually works out more for Toad than anybody, although DK does get the lightning bolt in here, and that's enough to get DK back into first place. It's that close among this. So anybody's game, and if DK wins this, DK certainly could make it all the way to the final stage. I don't think anybody's truly eliminated right here in any way, shape, or form. DK now with the green shell, just hanging on to it as a form of protection. That can protect against a red shell. I don't believe it's going to protect against a blue shell should we see one. The blues were not as damaging in this as they were in some of the later games, but it doesn't matter, man. It's a blue shell. It's still gonna hurt if it hits you. I wouldn't want to be the person on the receiving end of it, no matter what. So there's, you heard Austin talking about star power through the desert right there. Yoshi sliding in order to maintain the speed that they have. They're back on track here. Yoshi's got it. DK's got a shot, but no power-ups on board. What's this power going to be? It's going to be critical. It's a red. That's an opportunity, but there's a banana back there. Yep, the banana blocked it, and that banana as a shield is going to do the job. Yoshi wins. Yoshi will take the group as a result of this. Great job there. That's a great job. Sensationally done.
All right, that's it for group number 2. Group 3, you're up.
So group 3 coming up.
Josh, Patrick, and Randy.
And I just saw it right there. Sentai Slayer, that is our own.
Have some backup controllers.
That is our own Alex Bailey right there. 25 months of support of Level 1 Bar and Arcade. Thank you, man, for the continued support. Thank you for everything that you do, helping out at the bar, helping out with this stream, serving up the drinks for everybody. You are a lifesaver in this place, and we appreciate the heck out of you. So show some love for Sentai Slayer in chat if you could. He is now a 25-month-long subscriber. I'm going to get the list of names here from Austin real quick, and we will be ready to go in just a second. All right, Austin, what's our list?
So for this one, we have Rick, Josh, Patrick, and Randy. They're getting set up and get in place.
I might be rooting on my guy Josh here, if it's the Josh I think it is. My buddy Josh from Game Junkie days of yore. Was it Bearded Josh, right?
Yep.
It's
Josh is here in the end. With the
oh,
glasses.
different Josh. Oh, why isn't Venters playing? I'm going to give him crap. All right, it is not Josh Venters. I'm going to give him such crap when I see him, man. He needs to be playing this. Now, I got to see our buddy Josh Venters from, like I said, I've known him for years and years from Game Junkie days back in the mid-2000s.
Let us know if you have a controller issue or...
Alex Bailey, also a Game Junkie patron from back in the day. So that's how far back some of our friendships and relationships go in this, man. 15, 16 years worth of time and gaming and fun. And there we go. Yeah, there's Kate rocking the Sentai Slayer emote right then. Kate is a 15-month subscriber to the channel. We appreciate the heck out of her being a sub as well to Level 1 Bar and Arcade. In fact, I feel compelled to look at something myself, but I will look at that on my end while we start our last rendition today of the Mushroom Cup on Luigi Raceway. Here we go. A lot of the same names. You can see the popular characters kind of come out here. We got some Peach, we got some Yoshi, some Mario. First time we had Mario in a hot minute. And Toad. Yeah, I just heard Austin say it, so. Yeah. Yeah, Austin's done an amazing job. We've had sponsors, we've had breweries help sponsor tournaments here before, which we are immensely thankful for. He has done a great job of getting a ton of prizes, not just for the winner today, but for players. We've got Mario Kart hats. We've got a Mario Kart crown. We've got, we got purple bananas. We've got all kinds of toys that we're giving away as a result of Mario Kart 64. Austin grabs up the prizes. Of course, last year, yeah, we even had tickets for the actual Mario Kart Mushroom Rally that came to be. So, super exciting to have all of these great events, all of this stuff going on here. This has been a good run so far for everybody. Yoshi's in first place right here as we go to lap 3 of 3. Oh, couple of shells hit him right then. Not a good start back up either. So from first to third, suddenly Toad now in first place, but Mario right on their tail. And here comes Peach with the lightning bolt. Amazing chance. Oh, but the red shell hits. So now she's got to get back on Toad here. Does do so. And we are on to lap number 3. It is close. Toad just with that one faux pas. And Yoshi gets the star which means now Yoshi has a huge advantage, can go full speed through the grass and the dirt, and just that option is going to be enough. And no lightning there either. That singular star is enough to get Yoshi a first place finish here. Rick took first. Now it's worth noting, I don't believe the diagonals here necessarily match up with each player. We're just showing you the names of the 4 players right here. In fact, I believe Rick, with Yoshi winning, is actually, yeah, Rick is actually in the bottom left. So let's switch that up right here, see if we can make those names. There we go. Fix those up right here. And we are on to the Moo Moo Farms. So with that, Toad is in play here. All right. So right now, Yoshi in first place right here. Yoshi, I think, is the strongest of these 4 players in how well they're running right here. Austin going over the seating rules right now with Tyler. So winner of this group will get in, and then the second place finishers in each group will go on to that last chance qualifier. And we're doing our best to give as many people as we can a chance to play as much as we possibly can. And we got in chat right now, there's DJ. What is DJ doing? What the heck is that emote? DJ's got way too much time on his hands back then. Someone go buy a drink from him at the bar, please. The man needs it. Hook us up here. So we will have to be a little bit careful here. We've got one of the players right by the capture card. We're on lap 3, though. Shortest track of the Mushroom Cup. Yoshi, oh, just missed with the lightning and the spinning. That could have been disastrous. Still could be. They need to get that back before Peach catches them just in time. But it is a 3-way race right here. Another lightning bolt, and that one goes to Peach. That's 2 of them in a row. That means Peach has a huge advantage. Peach is going to win this thing. That's a huge win for Peach. Let's see if that's enough to make it happen. We will see how the scores are. Oh, what a finish there for third place. Second and third, too. Close for everybody. So that is 1 win for Peach, 1 win for Yoshi. But Yoshi is in first place in the group here on behalf of a first and a second place finish. That is 1 point ahead of Peach, who has a first and a third. So here we go. Getting back to it right here. We've got Yoshi in first place, doing a great job working around all of the obstacles right here. And that's right. We're going to go back to groups 1, 2, and 3 here in just a few minutes. They're going to get a run through the second group as well. So they're not done after 4 races. There will be another one. They will be doing the Flower Cup, which consists of Toad's Turnpike, Frappe Snowland, Choco Mountain, and Mario Raceway. That's a tough crash right there for Peach in 4th place. Everyone crashed a little bit, still very close in lap number 1 right here. Yoshi in first place has a little bit of a shield with the green shells. Track like this, I have to imagine that acts much more as a shield. Ooh, hit the bomb directly on right then. But I gotta think on a track like this, these green shells act much more as a shield than they do as an offensive weapon. Because there's so much space, you're not bouncing it off an arena. You're throwing that thing one time, and that's what you're getting. Does Yoshi get it? Yoshi's not even going to try. So Toad in first place, everyone within about 6 or 7 card lengths of each other here. Yoshi's spinning out right now. You know, even with the competitive setup we have right here, Mario Kart just in general is going to give you better power-ups if you're in 3rd or 4th place, and you saw it right there. Yoshi with the big one, with the lightning bolt that puts Yoshi in first place. Now, they're not going to get any help. It's going to be green shells or bananas the rest of the way. The question is, what does Peach get? Peach gets a triple mushroom. Not messing around with that. You got to use it now. You can't take it with you. Is it going to help? Did not save one to attempt the jump, though. Oh, but that star would be helpful. Now she opts to go around. Oh, I thought she maybe went too far into the water. She did not. So it fell. Let's see if Peach is able to come out with a third place. I don't think so. Yoshi, I think, is going to get it. Although, oh, just barely crosses. Spins out at the end. Thought we had a little bit of protection for it. Didn't have a ton, but just enough. And we have our third different winner over the course of 3 races. Very, very competitive right here. Yoshi is still up by 1 point in the group on behalf of those 2 second-place finishes. But this really is anybody's game here, especially after Peach takes a 4th place in this race, severely damaging their chances of making it to the finals out of this, right away. Remember, it's 8 races as opposed to just 4, but you certainly don't want to build a hole for yourself that you can't work your way out of as we go to Calamari Desert here. Let's see who's got the best of this right here. We've got Yoshi in first place, Toad in second, Peach in third, Mario in 4th. Good start with. You heard the wording right there. We're going to have that first group back up here in just a couple of minutes. Austin in the background. He is calling this for the entire bar to hear. So this is not just broadcasting out for the sake of a few people close by. This is everyone in the bar gets to hear this right now, which we love. We love that we're letting everyone have a listen to what's going on. And we've even got this stream broadcasting in the bar on one of the back TVs as well. So what you see, everyone in the bar has the opportunity to see, not only in person watching the competitors, but they can look at one of the side TVs as well and see the action too. So always a lot of Twitch going on in the bar. If you are local to Columbus and you are a Twitch streamer, feel free and stop in and let the bar staff know. They might decide to feature you on a stream at Level 1 Bar and Arcade as well. I know many of our good friends, employees of Level 1, friends of the bar, Video Game Diva would be one of those, have been featured on Level 1 Bar streams before, and we are happy to show off great local friends every chance we possibly can. So here we go, lap 3 of 3, last one of this half of their races. Toad in first place right here, 1 green shell for protection. Again, so wide open, you can't really use that as offense, although Toad did tried to. They set a little bit of a roadblock right there for Peach. Did not quite work. So now Peach trying to make this run here. What's the item? An upside down block that won't help much. Got to get something else. Gets the red shell. Yeah, they're going to switch. Waiting to see when Peach is going to switch. I think they have to do this sooner than later. There's the switch. And oh, it hits him, but the star was out for Yoshi. That means Yoshi now moving into second place. Yoshi now moving into first place with the action. This is a huge, huge move. Here comes Toad coming down, and Toad gets the win by less than 1 cart length. That was less than 1 mushroom hat. That was amazingly close. Toad gets their second win in the group, and at least going into round number 2, that's first place. What a finish right there for Toad. We thought they were out of it and pulled it out in the absolute last second. You got some Toad emotes. Throw them in chat right now because they are well deserved right now. Yeah, if you are not following Level 1 Bar on Twitch right now, please make sure to do so. We are at, I love those Toad emotes, by the way.
We're going back to group number 1. That's Tyler,
Let's get these.
Damon, and Drew.
Tyler, Tim, Damon, Drew is our group. Let's change those names. As always, we tell you this just because there is a lot of moving parts going on from pieces and parts here. It does not necessarily line up with which screen they're playing on. We are just making sure to get their names on the screen. I am sure Tyler will give me much amounts of crap for that lately. And by the way, it is happily accepted. Happily accepted. Oh my God.
So as of
That is Hat Talks right there. He is obviously a Toad fan. Hat Talk champ with the Toad hat. I love it. I used to have a Toad hat from a cosplay show that I went to. I might have gotten that thing back in Cincinnati a long time ago. I forget how long ago that was. I miss it. I feel like I think I got rid of it in a move, unfortunately, or maybe I gave it to my kiddo. I don't remember which I did, unfortunately. But here we go. They are moving on to the second set of cups. That is the Flower Cup right here.
make sure Drew, you good, brother? You got it. Okay, Drew's good. Everyone got
Looks like Drew's standing. Everyone else has gone the sit route here.
all right.
Hat Talk, I support that, man. I'm a Toad fan.
That's correct. We are doing
I got the names. I'm not promising they're in the right spot, but I got the names.
so we are doing the Flower Cup, and we are going straight down.
All right, so Toad's Turnpike is first.
Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup. Round
Turnpike is the third longest track on the entire game, behind Wario Stadium, which we know is a long one, and Rainbow Road. And this one also offers the biggest set of obstacles. Maybe a little bit more shell action we should see here, because even though the cars can take stuff out, you can do a lot of bouncing off of those ramps on the left and right side. It's a lot more enclosed, a lot more chances to mess something up, but a lot more chances to raise some chaos. And around here, we are always fans of some good creative chaos in a Mario Kart race. So with that, we move on to the action here. I think Tyler is indeed top left as Toad. My guess would be that's how that plays out. I'm pretty sure Tim is indeed. See, I think Tim is down bottom right. So I'm going to switch Tim's name and Drew's. Yeah, this one's longer. But these will be the last races for this particular group of players. Tyler came out of that first set of 4 races in first place. The results will be tabulated with what we have right here. So we rely on Austin, scorekeeper, and MC extraordinaire to tell us who is moving on out of this group and who will be moving on to the last chance qualifier when the time comes. We will find out right along with you. So we are moving along here. Right now, Peach has gone into first place, a long set of bananas, and using the bananas in a very creative way to really poison the power-up section right there. If they take a power-up, they're going to get maybe something good, but they're going to get slowed down at the same time. Great use of the bananas right there. I think the appropriate use. And you can see right there, Peach, I think, is happy to let Toad be top of line right then for the moment. Second place is not the worst place to be, and that's why. You know, you can let Toad run into obstacles, have a problem, and then take advantage of it. So now Peach has the protection of a green shell, bouncing around, but the lightning bolt in play. Unfortunately, Wario was in there. Wario's got a shot at this. We have not talked about Wario very much, but Wario's right there in third place. Might need a little bit of a fortuitous power-up right here, depending on how much these are poisoned. Oh, it's a blue shell. That's going to cause some mayhem. It's going for Peach. It gets Peach. And the power-ups get taken, too. Peach somehow is still in first place, I think, due to the power-up work from a few minutes ago. Wario somehow came out of that group in third place. I thought that would help him move up. We're getting down to maybe the last stretch or so. What can we get? It's a green shell for Peach. Are they going to hold on to it? They are, and Toad gets it. That was about as close as you can get between Toad and Peach and everybody. Tyler got 1. Tim got 2. Damon got 3. Drew got 4. So I think we got everybody in their appropriate positions. So if you're watching this later on YouTube or it gets posted somewhere, we've got it in the right place. Frappe Snowland, a little bit of an icy wonderland right here. Shorter track, 734. The tracks get shorter and shorter as we go along here. We start with the longest. We go to the shortest in Mario Raceway at the end of this run. Tyler in second place right there. I believe Tyler has 4 out of the 5 wins so far. So looking awful good. We're starting to get to that point where we can say, hey, I think they're safe to move along in this thing. But you never know. Nothing is left to chance here. We are waiting right now to see what happens with all the players. Peach again in first place right here. Moved on. Yeah, Warriors in the water. Tough go right there. And it looks like, so we've really kind of broken down into 2 groups. First and second, very competitive. Third and fourth, very competitive. But it only takes 1 star, or in the case of Wario, 1 golden mushroom to get back in this thing. Even with the use of even with the spin out right then, can use that golden. And that's true. The smallness caused the golden mushroom right then. So that's a tough break for Wario. But Wario going on offense with the lightning strike. Toad up in first place. The red shell in order. Everybody back to regular size right now. Toad is in no hurry to use that mushroom because you got to use the red shell first. So no reason to mess with that. Keep the red shell in case you need to get some space between you and first and second. Peach is right there, so that is a strong possibility. Peach rolling an upside down block, not using it yet. That could be being used also as a form of defense. Potential that it could block something if it's in your inventory, just like other things can too. Ooh, tough start for Luigi right there. That's probably going to lock them in fourth place. We're looking at a good first-second match right here. Wario looks locked in third. It's going to come down to first and second. Tyler around the last bend, going to get it. Maybe by about a second and a half to Peach in second place. So Tyler's playing a hell of a good game right now, and this is no exception. Very well done effort by him to get another win. Let's see what everyone's going to do right here. Damon takes third place right there. This one is Choco Mountain. Very enclosed, lots of possibilities to fall off the edge. And of course the rolling rock uphill climb at the end of each of the laps that's going to absolutely raise some havoc on these players. Lots of good bounces, lots of opportunities to cause trouble here. But you can see Toad is in it right now. That long uphill windy climb, rocks in the way that you can hit. A lot of places to really hurt yourself or get hurt. And a lot of good bounces you can use to your advantage if you have a mushroom and can get jumping. Nice offense right there, using that 3-headed shield to take second place from Wario. Peach is rolling along here so far. Comfortable lead at the moment. I got to think at this point, you know, it's more about just racing safely than anything else. And you got to wonder, is Peach going to use some bananas right here? Has not yet. Use them at the top of the hill, though. So using some very creative spots to try and knock down some opponents here. I mean, if you can stop them on an uphill incline, the startup speed is going to be so much more reduced for these players. We'll see that when we get to Wario Stadium coming up. You know, just really, really heavy power-up use that can very badly damage your match if it's done correctly. It can cost you basically a half lap worth of space. Luigi right now in fourth, about a lap down. We're looking at Toad in second place, Wario in third. They are comfortable distances right now. So, oh, that was a weird stop right there by Peach. Might have been to avoid power-ups, it looks like. I think she's still going to be safe and will win. So Peach and Wario got really badly out of position right then, so that's going to settle it. Toad in second place. Tyler does not lose very much, but he took second that time. Peach had the control almost the entire race. Never let that go. So great job by Princess Peach to get the win right there. Wario And you can see what those uphill inclines do if you get stuck at the wrong time. Really messed up Wario right then. Thankfully, Wario had a big gap between third place and fourth place. So plenty of time to make the make a difference and do that.
It is a quick one. Up next is Quentin, Brad, Cameron, and Emily. Brad, Cameron, and Emily, you guys will be up next. Remember, the top two will advance. The bottom two will be racing to stay alive.
Hang on, checking something real quick here as they start their way through Mario Raceway. Yeah, God, I can't talk today. This is a fast course. Very arena-like. Lots of opportunities, I think, for shells to come into play as offensive weapons as opposed to just protection pieces. Each right now is winning right here. Tim might have a chance at first place. It's going to be tight. I think Tim has to win and maybe get a little extra help from Tyler. From Toad up there. If Toad comes in second, I think they'll be all right. Let's see what they opt to do, how this goes. We're in the final lap. Tim doing well. And really it looks, oh, that's a nice little bump right then for Toad. I think Toad safely in second place right here. That's probably enough to win the group. There's the lightning by Luigi. That's at least going to create havoc for the top three players. Luigi's probably not going to catch up, but it certainly makes it interesting for everyone else. Just watching the Mario Kart world burn. It is neck and neck, and it, oh my God, Toad comes back and wins it in the last moment. A ghost win of sorts for Toad right then. Well done. Well played by all of the competitors today. Tyler gets the win. Let's see if we can have Tyler do a little commentary. I'll ask him. Hey, Tyler, you want to do commentary for a round? Okay. I'm going to switch it over to Tyler on commentary. And in the meantime,
We'll stay in line. I'll announce who's moving on to the semifinals. If you are in the bottom two, please stay close. Don't leave just yet. You're not exactly done. Once again, I want to thank Drew, Damon, Tim, and Tyler for coming out and racing. I'll announce who advances here in a second. Remember, the bottom two still have one last chance to stay alive and get into the semifinals. So even if you have lost or had some bad races, you're not exactly done yet. So hang tight with us for a few.
who's our group two?
Group two is Quentin, Brad, Cameron, and Emily.
All right. I'm going to hand this off to Tyler here for a round or two to have some fun, talk about all of the great strategy in this game, and I will be back in just a minute. It is all you. Should be good.
What's up, brother? How you been?
Oh, yeah, stretch.
Good, man. We've been missing you. Stuck back here in this little.
It is a bit of an alcove.
Oh, really? Oh, great.
Not Memphis hit start.
Well, I hope to see you in the next one, man.
Just so you know, we are going to do Mario Kart tournaments. As of right now, they are every other month. I know some of you want it every weekend if we could, or every month. The way things have been going this year, and until everything is settled, we're going to try at least every other month. So that would be September, the third Saturday of September. So we hope to see you guys then, and then we'll be in November as well. So the rest of the year, we're going to finish out on every other month. We have Quentin, Brad, Cameron, and Emily here. They're racing in Heat 2. You guys know the rules. You know how it works. I'll call out your name at the end when we know what place you got it. We got Tyler on commentary now. And the rest of the group's on their way. The Twitch channel is twitch.tv/level1bar. Twitch.tv/level1bar.
All right, everyone. I think I have everyone's name correctly. Let me adjust my mic here. I have everyone's name correctly listed on the players now. They shuffled a little bit from first round, I think.
Socials and stuff as well, so bear with me, go hear me first here.
It's interesting to see Brad play Yoshi. Usually plays Peach, and Emily usually plays Yoshi instead of Peach. But they've swapped for some reason. I'm not sure if Brad picked first or what, but oh man, everything's happening at once here. Quentin manages to dodge that lightning though because he had the star, and he has another star too. This is really one of the best levels to have stars on because you can just plow right through the cars and not even care about it. Emily not getting super helpful item with a single mushroom there. And everyone is decently spread out enough. Quentin misses swiping all the item boxes there, but I think they're spread out enough it wouldn't have mattered because Emily is a couple of seconds behind him. You can swipe items on this level. It's probably the most effective level to swipe items on because the other ones are all spread wide across the track, and these ones are in a straight line. So if you can swipe them, everyone behind you can't get any items. Triple green versus triple red. Oh, that's actually a really nice play there by Emily. She didn't have to fire them all, just got close enough to swipe all the red shells so then she can safely pass Cameron. Brad out in Quentin out in first, just protecting his lead. It'll take a little bit for Emily to catch up to him, and Brad has a decent amount of work to do, but in fourth place, if he gets a couple of stars, he's got the time trials abilities to really make up that ground. Triple mushrooms is not going to help Brad a ton here, but we'll see what he can do. Oh, he misses the items. Quentin, Emily, and Cameron are all right next to each other now. Cameron with the triple reds, I'm not sure. He's going to have to use them right here. This is really the only place on the track where you can reliably use red shells. He's got one out there, but Emily has a blocker, so it's going to stop. That's going to stop it, and Quentin steals all the items, so Emily's just going to have to rely on her speed here. She's been practicing time trial. Oh, there's the one red shell. Nice shot there, just between them. Oh, she didn't go for the items. Interesting gamble. Quentin, ruthless with that green shell thrown backwards. Now, between rounds, Quentin lives really close here, and he went home and brought his home controller. So he's got an upgrade on controller. And Brad came out of nowhere there. I actually had no idea that he came screaming up and got second. He missing those first items on lap 3 was really, I thought that was going to be it for him. And he managed somehow, I'll have to watch the replay because I don't know what he did, but screaming back there. Any points you can get in this round are really going to be helpful. This track is one of my favorites because it's one of the few where red shells are actually really useful. Brad showing his knowledge of the course there, going off-road without hitting the out-of-bounds areas. This is one of the few tracks where red shells are always useful because there's no barriers for them to crash into, really. There's a couple of barriers, but for the most part, you can shoot them and you can still catch people if they're out of sight. Misses the item. Oh, he committed to it. He's going to have to get it now. Oh, he decides to skip it. Emily steals a single mushroom there, gets a little bit out of it, puts her back in first. Is she going to get the second place item? Yep, she does, and it's very helpful there. Brad decides to throw the lightning a little early. Now, it's a little bit early in the race, or in the lap. I might have saved it a little bit for later to hit someone on the little bridge, but it would have been a long time to hold on to it, so that was probably a good call by Brad to use it early. Quentin getting stuck in the snowman, that's going to hurt him. Oh, Emily hits the single fake item box that I think she might have dropped on the first lap. I could be wrong on that one. Emily decides to keep the blocker instead of trapping somebody potentially on the last curve. A red shell, it would have helped. It was helpful that she kept the blocker because that red shell came in behind her. Brad ends up not stealing anything with the ghost. And I guess it doesn't, oh, I don't know how Quentin missed that snowman. That was really close. So Emily's got a little bit of a lead here. She's got a little bit of protection, but that's going to even it up a little bit as she hits that banana, which, another red shell too. She's going to have to hope for something really useful here to really stay ahead. That could be pretty good. Donkey Kong, or Quentin. This is going to be it for Emily there. Quentin got stuck on the wall there and couldn't get a good angle on the red shells. And Brad almost stages another comeback there. Quentin playing really good so far today. He sent me a picture last night. He was practicing. I'm not exactly sure what the standings were after the first round. I believe Quentin and Emily might have been tied. I know Quentin had a really good first round. Quentin has stated publicly that he dislikes this level, but I will say that he served me my first loss on this level, so I think that maybe he's just holding out. Quentin playing it real safe on the inside there. Brad hits those jumps really well at the end. That can really slow you down if you don't hit them right. Emily in a tough situation here. Doesn't really want to pass Brad. Doesn't really get a super helpful item either. Is she going to hit him? And the circling shell manages to miss her, or miss the red shell. And she's able to pass him. Nothing on the dead man's curve here. So everyone can come screaming through. Let's see, does Quentin place anything? Nope, so we're going to go into, unless Cameron, no, Cameron won't have any items. So it's going to be clear on lap 3. If Emily or Brad can sabotage, put some booby traps on the dead man's curve, that could be real. That could really seal the win for them. Let's see. Emily's dragging the fake item box. She's got another one. She drops it early. Brad does have to dodge it though. The red shells are not going to be useful for him. Where is she going to put it? Is she going to hold on to it? She sees the red shells, so I think she wants the defense. Oh, crashes into the one fake item. Oh, there's a lot of stuff happening right here. I think Quentin's going to manage to steal it just barely. Oh, everyone is just hitting stuff at the end here. I like the end. I like the finishes like that, but I can't quite articulate everything that's happening. Quentin just sitting back a little bit, letting everyone fight it out, and then just sneaking the win on that one. Josh is in shock over here. Just taking a quick look at the first round here, see how we were standing. Okay, so in the first round, it looks like Brad was in the lead, and Emily had a single-point lead on Quentin. And now, I believe Emily and Brad were tied, and Quentin had a little bit of a lead so far. So we could have a really close, I don't know, we might have to have a little tiebreaker or something to see who gets in as the winners round and losers round in the next one. Austin's trying a new playoff round. We'll see how it goes. The playoff rounds, in my opinion, are the most stressful, because even if you get to the finals are fine. You're there, you're racing against the best people of the night, and there's no real elimination. You're just there for the rest of the races. But in the semifinal round, there are fewer races, more of a chance to get eliminated, and it's just a little more stressful. The races mean a little bit more. That was actually really interesting timing there on the lightning bolt, because Emily didn't really suffer from getting hit by it since everyone was spinning out. Emily and Brad right on top of each other. Quentin with a little bit of a gap to make up here. So this could really break the tie here, I think, because Brad decides to go for the shortcut, ends up hitting the mushroom. Might slow him down a little bit, but he's trying to make up all the time he can here. I think he's going to be a little bit too. If he got a really good item here, he might be able, but not going to be enough time, I don't think. So Emily wraps up at first place. Brad comes in second, and Quentin's going to come in third here.
Call out your name when you know what place you got. Quentin, what'd you get? 3. Brad, 2. Cameron, 4. That's all right, my friend. Emily, 1.
All right, so I believe that the way that the standings work so far, I believe Brad had a 3-point lead on Emily and a 4-point lead on Quentin in the first round. So since Quentin only gained 2 on him and didn't gain enough on Emily either, I believe Brad and Emily will be the 2 going through as the quote winners, and there will be a like a losers bracket type playoff to get into the true semifinals. So Quentin's still alive, I believe, and I'm not sure how Cameron factors into this one. I might have to help them reset this stuff. Josh probably knows. In 2-player games, it's a lot easier to organize who's who on the screen. But in 4 players, sometimes they don't sit in the right order either. All right, looks like Josh is going to be first player in this next round. I believe they are in the same order as last time.
Hey Josh, you'll have to hit reset on the
Bring your own controller. If you want.
Bring your own controller is the. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Haddock. It's good to see you in the chat again.
I do have a Mad Catz controller. Anyone's interested in a Mad Catz controller? No one wants a Mad Catz controller? All right. I bet you one day someone will use it.
Did you hit reset on the system?
Someone will use the Mad Catz controller one day.
We got to make sure that we reset the system so it resets the scores that you see displayed above the character profiles in between races. The way that, I'm not sure if Scott was describing it correctly earlier, the way that Austin, who runs the tournament, scores it, he does golf scores. So if you get first place, you get 1 point, second place 2 points, and the lowest score will advance or win. The way that the great players that designed this mod to Mario Kart 64, they decide to do the opposite, where if you get first place, you get the most points, you get 3. So it can be a little bit confusing, but everything works out in the end because the points are only separated by 1 each. So on the game itself, you'll see the higher scores are what you want. That was a nice swipe there by, let's see, that was Josh in first player. Rick just hanging in second, no items. Let's see what he can get. Randy is gonna blast him here, unless he can get a blocker really quick. He's not, throws him off. It's fine, that happens on the first lap, that's okay. Rick manages to get items this time. The spread is a little bit, he's gonna need something good. Let's see if he tries to dump somebody into a truck or just uses it. Nobody else with any items. Randy does end up getting one. Josh gets an item as well. Got the red shell out in front of him and it came back to hit him. Josh always says that he cut his teeth on Diddy Kong Racing, so he's used to a little bit more of the jockeying, I guess. Oh, I was incorrect. It looks like my math was off. Quentin and Emily are going to have a race off as they tied. I believe both of them should be able to make it through to the semifinals still. It's not necessarily a full elimination. It just depends who makes what round. So it looks like this race might come down to Randy and Rick. I don't want to count Josh out just yet, but he's coming into some heavy traffic. He doesn't have any great items, just a couple of mushrooms. Oh, he's catching up though. Everyone else is hitting each other. Randy and Rick are really bringing this back for him. What's Josh got now? That's going to do it. This is going to be a 3-horse race again. Randy misses the items. Rick, does he get anything useful? Not really, but it could help out if he can drop them. Josh still enjoying the invincibility from the star. Manages to hit a banana. Is he going to swipe all the items? The car's in the way. He's going to skip them. I think Josh, okay. Josh can yell at me later. I did not count you out in my heart. Will Rick have enough on the angle? He doesn't. Randy sneaks in on the second. Rick just didn't have enough space with the red shells. I'll see if I can get the scores from Austin to see how everyone did in the first round. Let's see here. Looks like in the first round, Rick had 7, Josh had 11, and Randy also had 7. So Josh gaining a little bit of ground here. Gains 1 point on Randy, 2 points on Rick. Makes it a little bit closer, but Randy and Rick are still overall in the lead for this pool. Patrick just cuts right through the snowman, somehow doesn't hit any with his star. Goes and a very effective, he got a little bit lucky there. His star was still in use when the lightning came through, and this is going to give him a good position. Patrick stays on the road, and he's in first place. Josh with a couple of red shells. Randy back there with the same. Rick's taken first from Patrick now, who suffers a lot of hits. I think that's called getting Mario Karted. Patrick's got a little bit of work cut out for him now. Hits a snowman. Rick with some useful items that he's getting here. Red shell's always good on this course, but even more so when you're still in sight of your opponent. Josh unhappy with the snowman, unhappy with that one too. But no one falls off. Patrick could have held on to it a little bit longer and knocked people off of the bridge coming up here. Josh manages to miss all those. Let's see, last lap. Item usage will be most important on this lap. Triple reds for Rick. Josh maybe he can ride on some coattails here. Rick goes off-road thanks to the bananas. He's struggling to find the road again. Josh is going to miss the items because the golden mushroom lasted a little bit too long, but he also dodges the snowman. Randy doesn't go for the hill. It throws Josh off a little bit too, and Rick, Rick hit that tiny little slope, threw him into tumble. He's got the mushrooms though. He could do it. Randy, a beautiful green shell, but just doesn't have enough, and he's got enough speed. Everyone on top of each other, but Josh just couldn't catch back up. Rick just dodged the green shell, but it was just enough that he couldn't cut on the inside to catch back up to Randy. Some good defensive and some good kind of offensive defensive use by green shell there. A lot of people don't like this one. I used to not like it so much, but after coming to level 1, it's a lot of fun. I didn't race super great on this one today. Had a lot of mistakes, but I still managed to do okay. Let's see if Josh hangs on to this. Oh, he cuts the inside a little bit too hard. That could Rick going full speed on this turn. Takes first. And Randy with triple reds in a good position in second.
Oh no, Princess Peach off again.
Josh is giving up here.
That man's curve is having some fun today.
He stopped, took a drink of his beverage, and before he got back to it. Now, he is definitely not out of it, but it is going to be really hard for him to come back. He's going to have to dump probably both Randy and Rick and Patrick to bring it back. Dead Man's Curve is still clear. We haven't seen very many items get dropped there, but Randy hits the bomb, gives Rick a chance to catch up a little bit here. Just misses the bomb. Rick decides to stay in second to get the better item, but misses because Randy took the same item that he did. Let's see if Randy decides to hold on to this, keep it as a blocker, or try to sabotage the items. He decides to drop it a little bit early, and it ends up being really effective. Rick was afraid to go down the center of the course. He ends up missing all the items. A blue shell, this could knock him off. It's coming in. It's gonna be, and he gets a little bit lucky on the timing there. I'm not sure, maybe he dumped it on a wall. It still hasn't hit him. Randy's gonna come in through. Oh, he's gonna get first though. He's too close to it. Randy with a good third lap. He got a little bit lucky. I'm not sure what happened to that blue shell. It was coming in somewhere. I thought it was going to knock him off and spoil the race, but he ends up coming through with a first. This is going to really solidify. He's going to be through to the semis for sure now. He's in a commanding position. There's no way that he can be thrown out of at least a tie for first place in this round. And since he had a lead in the first round, he'll be through to the semifinals. This last race is more of a warm-up or cool-down, however you want to call it. It's always fun to hear everyone else talk about what they think was best, because you're sitting there thinking, I know what's best. And then someone else will come through and say that something else is better. And you just laugh inside your head like, no, that won't work. And then you get had on a different level at some point because of the strategy that you said wouldn't work. Randy decides to not cut on the inside of the mushroom. Stays off-road despite having no speed boost items, and he's looking, ooh, he just barely missed that bomb. Rick hits it, and this is gonna put Josh in a good, Josh decides to go for the aggressive play there, trying to hit Rick. They manage to dodge each other, but this is only playing into Randy's hand. Randy can really, like I said, he can't be spoiled out of the semifinals at this point by points. So really, all he needs to do is just race and finish. He can play spoiler a little bit to somebody else maybe, but his lead's going to be way too far. He's running away with this one. Randy's really good at this this particular course. I believe, I keep a running tally of a bunch of the stats. I believe he's still undefeated on this course. I could be wrong, but I think he's 4-0 on this course, so he's performed extremely well. Rick and Josh really bouncing back here among each other. Patrick is right behind him too. He launched a blue shell, but that's not going to affect anyone that's still vying for position. Josh has good items. Rick with no items. Josh is in key position. Not only is he in second, but yeah, no good items here. Rick's going to end up with a 4th place here, I think. Patrick with a good red shell at the end, and that's going to wrap it up for this cup. Randy through. I believe Josh gained 1 point on Rick, and I believe that he was 2 points down. I can't remember. There's too many numbers going on.
Before we can advance to the semifinals and our one race off of the bottom 2, I need Quentin and Emily. We're going to do a one race, and the winner gets a golden ticket to the semifinal, win their group, and survive. The loser will have to fight for their life in the race of survival. Now, I will offer you guys this. We're going to do a course from the first 8. Do you want me to random number generate it? Or can we get an agreement on a course?
So Quentin and Emily have to do a single race off.
Or you guys can do it. Random
They're going to go with random number generator for the course selection. Neither of them wanted to be the one to pick it.
Get going. Google, as our friend.
I'm going to use the bathroom.
All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a break because I'll be into the semifinals soon. So Scott will be joining us again. Let us, just so everyone knows,
So that is,
Quentin will be first player and Emily will be second.
it's been a year, okay. It's been a while. Calamari doesn't. So the winner of this race will automatically advance to the semifinal. The loser will join our losers bracket in the race for survival.
We're good.
I've got to get group number 3 calculated still.
All right, everybody, let's get back to it here.
Down there in just a moment.
There's our sound. Get these names changed real quick. This is the race off to determine second place. Here we go. I think we got the names up to date there. Did not get that last one removed. There we go. There it is. All right, head to head on Calamari Desert. You can totally see the frame rate improvement going from 4 players down to 2 players here. That's why you see a lot of people play on the emulators, because they can get this kind of frame rate on 4 players all the time. So getting back to it here. Looks like we are looking at Quentin up top, Emily on the bottom. Emily has the lead right now. It's a decent lead. Looks like about 5 or 6 seconds or so. Stars in play for Toad up top. I believe that is Quentin. And Quentin decides to use it. I think this is a good approach right here. Cannot let Emily get too far away. And another star, 2 in a row. So the random number generator is playing very, very nice for Quentin right here. That's enough to get Quentin into first place as we approach the 2/3 way through lap number 2. It's going to be actually a decently sizable lead right here. Now, does Emily get the random draw back? Triple mushroom, not even wincing an eye in using all 3 of those right now. Here it comes. This could come down to an item race based on how this looks right here. What's the item that Emily's going to get? Triple mushroom again. And again, no weight in using them whatsoever. That helps. Oh, but they got stolen. Only one of the mushrooms used. 2 of them in the hands of Quentin now. Great strategy right there. Just wait and use that at the right time. Emily gets nothing but bananas. The worst possible time for that whatsoever. This is a big lead for Quentin right now. Maybe one chance. This is going to be critical. It's a lightning bolt. There's a chance, kids. Let's see what happens. It's coming down and not quite enough, maybe by about 1.5 seconds. Quentin gets the win. What a finish right then. Tyler just commented to me about or Emily commented that Quentin has really, really improved since the last time that we had a mushroom rally, and that is certainly proof of that right then and there. A great job to come back and get the win in this thing. So that means we are moving on. I believe this is going to be, let's ask Austin here. See if we have any more qualifiers. He is doing the calculations right now to see who finishes where. In the meantime, let's see where my commentary cam. My commentary cam has moved all over the place because our monitors move all over the place. Again, welcome everybody. We are so glad you are here. Rick and Randy are apparently tiebreak. Rick and Randy survive. Well, we are so glad to have all of you here today watching. Make sure to come up to level 1. Every other month is going to be the cadence for this thing, so the next one of these is going to be in September. In the meantime, there's a ton of pinball tournaments going on, and every Thursday night you get some great video game action for both Alex and DJ. They were playing Super Baseball Simulator over the Nintendo Switch just on Thursday, so I was rewatching the video of that the other day and having a blast with them doing their thing. So we have a race off here.
Bottom half of our groups. If you won your group, you're automatically going to advance. Only one person will survive out of this three-person race of death. For the race of death, I have two groups of three. The winner will join our semifinal groups. Trust me, it all makes sense. Group number one.
So there are
If
two
you won the
3-player
race of
games.
death to stay alive in the tournament is Damon, Cameron, and Patrick. The winner of this joins our semifinal group one.
So this will be a 3-player race.
Tyler, Tim, Rick, Brad, Quentin, and Randy.
By the way, if you're curious what stats we are using for all of the characters, you can see it. We have converted everybody to all Yoshi. Yoshi is generally considered the most, middle-of-the-road character across this whole game. So now, everybody plays like Yoshi.
Emily, Josh, and Drew are our second one race off.
So,
So only one of you will survive today.
are we picking a
Only one.
random track?
Yep, so I'm going to do, it's going to be one of the courses from the top 8.
I'm ready when you are.
And once they're all set,
Okay.
uh,
So they're getting set right now. Hat Talk, thank you for being here, by the way. Bluegill, thank you for being a part of this as well. Looks like we need an extra controller from the batch. One of those being supplied by Mr. Austin. Again, huge shout out to Austin for all the great work he's doing running this tournament. Mario Kart is very much his baby, and he does a great job with it.
please make sure to like, follow, subscribe, whatever. We are live on Twitch, and we will be doing this
All right.
in about a month. So that will be the third Saturday of September. And we'll be
So
back.
we are getting ready for the random draw.
Figure out where we all stand, what's going on in the world, and get more presents. So we're going to do 100cc. Damon, 100cc.
100cc, there we go.
Course. It's course number 6.
6?
Yeah, I got 6.
You got 6, nice.
This is in the Flower Cup,
Frappe Snowland.
Frappe Snowland.
So we are going back to wintertime for this one. This is one race to rule them all.
Will join us in the semifinals.
So this will go for the semifinals round here. This is our last chance qualifier.
My friends. This is it. These are your possible last races for the day. So this
All
is
right.
it for the bottom half of our groups.
So here we go. One race to determine it. Super close so far. You can even see the FPS improvement. 3 players compared to 4. It's pretty incredible.
Here we go. Who's going to advance and stay alive in the tournament?
Looks like Yoshi has the lead so far down in the bottom left corner. Again, we have the names listed here. They may not correspond to who is where. Hopefully they do. And Yoshi's in a very good position right now. Pretty decent lead so far. Yoshi back in the flow of things, loses the items right then. Now has the ghost. So can do item steals here. This could be actually 2 ghosts in play now. That's yeah, there was a ghost steal there. And we have another steal. Looks like that ends up with Peach in second, getting both of the mushrooms here. Trying to get the win. It is a solid lead, though, for Yoshi. Yoshi can keep this up. Going to move on to the semifinals. That is Patrick, best we can tell. Bumping the snowmen. But nothing too crazy right here. It's been a pretty calm, cool, collected kind of race so far. See what these cars are able to do here. Banana for protection. And we are on to the final lap. Yoshi with a big time lead. Really a lot of separation between first, second, and third places here. Yoshi does not want any drama in this race whatsoever, and it's happening so far. See what we're able to get here if anybody's able to make a move. There is a star for Toad. The right move, don't mess around with that thing. Oh, but Princess Peach falls off, and Toad had a star. That was really the big opportunity, and went out of bounds, caused the star to be invalidated. And that means Yoshi is going to just cruise into the semifinals in style. Not bad at all. Well done. So second and third, racing for pride here. And Peach looks like they're going to get it. It looks like Cameron has indeed thrown in the towel. So Patrick indeed does get that spot in the semis. And we've got another one of these here. Patrick did a great job right there. Good run.
I need one more race off of Drew, Emily, and Josh. This is their last chance to stay alive in today's tournament. Patrick is
So Emily won that race off to get into this last chance qualifier here.
Cameron.
Or no, I should say Emily lost it and ended up in this last chance qualifier. Out of these three players, I would certainly mark her as being the favorite. Out of the three, Emily has been a regular in our Mario Kart tournaments ever since they began. An extremely talented player. No reason to think she's not going to make this happen. Let's find out.
Drew, Emily, and Josh.
So we're waiting to get everything all set back up here. Have them hit start to start the system back up again.
So Patrick will stay alive.
And here we go.
The winner of this race,
Three players, 100cc.
Randy, in the semifinals.
And I think,
14 semifinals.
let's see what Austin picks for the random number generator here.
Advance to a four-person final. So I'm going to do random number generator. Number 1,
It is 1.
Luigi Raceway.
So we're going back to where we began with Luigi Raceway here. Let's see what we are able to get.
Hanging out, watching, tuning in online at home.
Here we go. Princess Peach up in the top corner. I believe that is Drew. Emily is Yoshi. And Josh is Luigi. Again, a reminder, if you're watching and enjoying this right here, make sure to watch on Monday and Tuesday for great pinball action. Breen, Chris Floor, Alex, we have a great crew of people to bring you that. Wednesday is Women's Pinball League. Therese and others will be presenting that. Bree will be helping with that as well. I will be coming in and out from those events too, offering what little help I can possibly offer. And of course, Thursday night at Level 1 is gaming night with Alex and DJ. You might catch them playing some Mario Golf. You might catch them playing some baseball. All kinds of retro games. So with that in mind, we are on to lap number 2. Josh is having just a heck of a time right here. This has definitely come down to a 2-player race. Luigi's going to need some items. So the big thing here is get some stars, get some lightning, level the race a little bit. They should get it, and there's the lightning bolt, so that's a good start. That is absolutely Luigi's job right here. Create chaos, slow down the competition, reduce that approximately half a lap lead. It can be made up, but some help's going to need to happen to make it happen. Let's look at the lead right here. Peach in first, Yoshi just behind, using the mushrooms. The mushrooms are not enough, but that red shell's enough. Using it as a battering ram to go into first place. Mama Blue, we know who they're rooting for. They're rooting for Emily. First place, another lightning bolt, but still the red shells for Emily. I think she's in the most advantageous position here. Seeing what happens. What's that last item? Last item's a banana. Probably will not even come into play. Princess Peach has some mushrooms. Use them. Let's see if that makes a difference. It's not going to be enough. Yoshi is going to just get over the finish line, about a second ahead. And Emily lives another day. Well done, race. So Emily got the win, got out in the lead, held off with the items. think the highlight of that was definitely the use of the red shell as a battering ram to start lap number 3, get the lead that was never, ever given up. So great job, too, by both Drew and Josh right there. Good job of racing, good quality competition. That's what we love to see when we have these. We love to see great competition, but we'd love to see people having a really, really good time, too. And I think we had the opportunity to see both of those things, and that's what we want. So with that, we are moving on to the semifinals. Let's see who we've got stepping up right here for the first round of those semis. So we always adjust, and Austin's really good about this because these are, casual but competitive, I think is a good way to put it.
So advancing from the one race off survival is Emily. Congratulations.
So let's see what our groups are here.
Going against Brad, Quentin, Randy, and of course Emily. So now we are on to the semifinals. We're getting down to the best of the best. This is 3 random races of our first 8 courses. Once again, our good friend Google number generator will come into effect here. I will do the courses.
So this will be 3 races. They will be randomly chosen.
Tyler, Tim, Rick, Patrick, take your positions, get your controllers, let us know what you need.
So this will be out of those first 8 races. Tyler, Tim, Rick, and Patrick here. We've got the names in place.
The top 2
Top 2 go to the finals.
to the finals. Top 2.
The finals will be 8 races here, so we got a lot of racing left to go. We're glad you're with us. Probably after this set of races, I will be switching off here. We will hand the microphone over to some of the excellent players that we have at our presence here.
So Tyler, Tim, Rick, and Patrick. I think I'm missing
Here we go.
still. We'll give them a second.
A couple of you might have gone up to the bar to get drinks. Can't say we blame them very much.
Rick and Patrick.
Just switch Tim and Patrick.
Oh, Patrick's here? Okay.
All right. Where's Patrick? 2 or 3?
Rick's good.
All right, so Patrick's 4. Tyler, Tim, Rick, and Patrick. Okay.
Rick and Patrick. Everyone's getting
We'll get this.
rollers. Everyone's feeling good.
Tyler in professional form, as I would expect no less of him.
Do you have
Making sure.
Course list pulled up still? If you go ahead and
I do.
I will do our first number.
First one is
7.
Choco Mountain.
Choco Mount. Yeah.
Choco Mountain is course number 7, third one of the Flower Cup.
Remember, you get 3 races here. Your scores do combine. Top 2 advance to the finals. So
All
only
right.
2 out of these 4 will survive. Once again, thanks for tuning in, watching with us, hanging out. Once everyone's
There is certainly no doubt who Mama Blue is rooting for. Emily and Tyler for sure.
Here we go.
See what they can do.
Choco Mountain first.
So this one's nice and simple. 3 races, top 2 finishers out of this will move on.
This is Tyler, Tim, Rick, and Patrick.
I assume if we have a tie for second place, or God forbid, we have a top 3 tie, we will have ourselves a single race off to make it happen. So Tim is in first place. Good start for him. Tyler being super aggressive right now. Not to any luck, though. Tim is in first. Right now, the golden mushroom, though, for Yoshi down with Patrick. That's a good thing to have, especially on the uphill slopes right here. But, oh, how everything changes in a moment. Was racing up it beautifully. Took one bump and falls to the bottom of the hill. That could be a killer for Patrick right then. He was looking so good right there. He's going to need some items to catch back up. Red shells certainly do not hurt. So Tim in first right here. Looks like the upside down pack box is available. Using that, I would think, as a defensive mechanism more than anything. Everyone's got items now. Wario using the items. Upside down box didn't help. Double hit of the red shell right there. But Wario did have to stop to do that, and that gave Yoshi enough time to get back into first place. So right now, Luigi really kind of took advantage of that. Evan up in Pittsburgh, how are you, my man? Hopefully you are doing very, very well. Coming down to the end right here. And Yoshi, Rick comes through with this one. Great job by Rick. It's not a name we heard very much in those early group rounds, but he has shown himself to play very, very well. Evan, man, it's good to see you in chat. I know you're doing well. I see the pictures, everything all the time. It's good to be here, man. Gonna be here for about another 15 minutes or so before I hand this thing off to probably one of our players here. So much good Mario Kart knowledge. I want to make sure that we're getting that information out to everyone talking about this. Number 8 is Mario Raceway.
This is a quick one. This is race number 2 of 3.
2 of 3 right here. Rick got that first win, so puts him in great position in this 3-race setup right here. You want those early points. Although, tough break right there, but plenty of time not too far back. Although keep in mind, out of the 8 races that they did in the group stage, this is the shortest track. It's very short, it's very frenetic, and when you get something like he just did, you can make a lot of ground up just with 1 star and playing with all of those little shortcuts right there. Instantly, Luigi goes from 4th to 1st, and now with those, I think the lightning might have actually blunted the effects of one of the items. Oh my God, and now it's coming all back to him. Red shell, green shell, a little bit of everything, and suddenly Tyler and Wario is in first place. Just zigzagging around this track right here, trying to take that shortcut through the grass. That is legal to do. Everything within the walls is in bounds. Tyler has no interest in hanging on to that banana right here. It's all about speed. The blue shell hits. And lightning on top of that. That lightning is Luigi's, which means Luigi now making a ton of ground up. Rick is doing really, really well right here. I think the second win would just about guarantee passage into the finals here. Using the mushroom, using the shortcuts. Just great, great driving by Luigi right here. About a quarter of the way there. Wario has a chance, but I think it's going to need an item. It's not coming, and Luigi wins. That is win number 2 for Luigi. Tyler does take the second place for the second time. So the placement exactly the same here. Tim gets 3rd. Patrick takes 4th. So now we have a 2-point differential.
It is going to be on course number 3.
Course number 3 is... We're going to Koopa Troopa Beach right here to see if they can make the jump.
The jump can change everything.
Evan, I do hope you are doing quite well, my friend. Got to get you down to C-Bus soon. Get you on this microphone as well. We miss you. We miss Papa TV. We miss all of those things that come with Pittsburgh Pinball. Normally, we would be thinking about Replay FX right now. Missing it very much. Very much. So Rick again, good start. Did not need the item to get the shortcut. I would expect to see a lot of shortcut use in that. Looks like Toad got it. Looks like Wario got it too. Looks like the only one not affected is Toad. Toad down first place, but Toad hit by the red shell. And another lightning bolt. Yoshi now with an opportunity to get back in this thing. Yoshi absolutely needs to win this match to have a chance to move on. And probably even at that would need some help in order to have, would need help to make sure to get into a second place spot. But you need the points that come with a win.
Oh no!
And Evan, you are absolutely right. Yep, you can see the placement where it comes in and running over Toad right there. Tim takes a huge hit and now has to work their way back into this thing. Tim has won. You know, needs some help right here. Tim had a couple of third place finishes. So now Tyler, Patrick doing what he needs to do. Patrick needs to win. But while all of this activity is happening in the background, Tyler is just definitely staying right in front. And as long as Rick stays in second place, he's going to make it to the final as well. It's just a matter of time. Last round of the jump already done. Can Luigi get the jump? Luigi got it and got it. That probably will assure Luigi the second place finish. Toad got it. That keeps Toad in this thing. It's not, and I think we're going to have Tyler and Rick moving on to the finals. Tyler with the win right there. What a finish right there for sure.
2, Patrick, 4.
So I think, based on the numbers we see right here, it's going to be Tyler and Rick moving on pretty soundly. As out come the controllers, and in comes the next set of players. Tyler, you want to take back over on here? Okay, sounds good. If you want to recruit someone for me, Josh might do it? See if Josh, you want to do this?
I gotta play right now.
Oh, you got to play.
Well, after I lose this, I can give me a second. I'll tap it out.
See if we can get someone over here, because I do need to head out very soon.
Semi-final group 1.
You're good.
With a score of 4 is Rick.
We may even just leave it on action and go commentary less for a minute.
Unfortunately, Tim had 8. Patrick had 4 or 12.
Let's see what we can do here.
Tim and Patrick, unfortunately, you guys have been eliminated. Once again, I want to thank you guys for coming out, making it possible. Really, Tim, it's good to see you and your beard. Patrick, hope to see you in the future, my friend. Hope you had a good time. Congratulations on making it to the semifinals. There's some stickers and a couple goodies up here if you want to help yourself.
Who's our group?
We have Brad, Quentin, Randy, and Emily. This is a 3-race off. Just like the last group, your scores will combine, and the top 2 will join Tyler and Rick in the grand.
We're going to let them get going here. See who we can recruit to help on the microphone here in just a second.
Tim, it was good to see you guys. Really, man. Glad to see you, brother. Glad you came out. Patrick, hope to see you again in the future, my friend. Brad, Quentin, Randy, and Emily, you guys ready to rock?
I do have to go in about 5 minutes, so we'll recruit someone to help over here whenever
Okay.
you want, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I can even try to.
Yeah, if you want to,
I can
sure.
try to do it here in a second.
Yeah. We might even get Austin behind the microphone here, too, which would be absolutely amazing to see.
All right. So whenever you guys are ready, I'm going to do number generator. And it is number 1 again, Luigi Raceway. I swear I'm not making it up.
I think I would actually quite enjoy to see Austin double microphoning it right now.
I will try it. Yeah, absolutely. Whenever, let me use the restroom real quick.
Use the restroom real quick, and we'll come back. Yeah, let's do it.
You guys go ahead.
All right, so Austin will be taking over in just a second. I think we're going to have Tyler back in a few minutes when he's not in the finals as well. But in the meantime, let's go to the racing here. Emily in a good start with Mario right now. Standard set of characters that we tend to see. But here we go. Nice job just bouncing the banana right there. Well done. As Mario off to a very good start on this track. Everyone taking advantage of those slides. Not a lot of slowdown, even when people are not on the main part of the track right here. It's one of the things you learn very, very quickly about the strategy of this race is you don't have to be on the track to get speed, but if you are off track, you better be gliding, you better be doing things to build up a boost, because that's how you keep it. Oh, Peach hits the banana right then. Yoshi hits a banana while small. That bodes really, really well for Toad and for Yoshi. Yoshi now in first place. As everybody's back to regular size once again. Nice job, but not enough. Coming from Brad right, Brad gets hit with a pair of the red shells. First one was ready, second one not so much. Half the race.
Ready?
after this race.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are down to lap number 3. Quentin is in play here. Very quick one, the shortest of the bunch. Quentin's having a good run here as Toad. Nice sizable lead, but does take a little bit of a control thing with the banana right there. Gets a banana. Might choose to keep that just for defensive purposes here because nice lead so far. Coming down to the final stretch. The finish line is in tow. So it looks like we're going to get Quentin with a solid race number 1 win. Let's see who finishes. Yoshi with a spot there. Does the red shells? Everyone is crashing at the end. Everyone doesn't print. Peach and Randy come through with the second place finish. That was completely in doubt going into the last little stretch right then. But credit to Toad, credit to Quentin, clean race. They all raced their heart out. That was super competitive from second to fourth place right there. Absolute chaos. So number 8. A lot of arena-style tracks right here. I am going to step out and hand this over to Austin right now. He is double duting it. Yes. Yes. All right, here comes Austin. All you.
All right, brother. Let's see if I can do this. I know what to do. Where are you going? You going out that way? Okay. Let me, you're good. Make it there, brother. Yep, you're good.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Once again, I want to give a huge thanks to Scott for helping us out today. I am Austin. I am in charge of our Mario Kart tournaments today, so I am kind of in between working the loudspeaker here in the bar and then working the commentary here on Twitch. So I'm going to do my best. I'm not the best at running our OBS and stuff, so I'll try to make sure I get the names on the right boards and stuff, or I'll just get rid of the names in general. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and you're going to kind of hear me talking in the background and talking over this commentary. So they're on to the final race here, lap number 3. They're coming in the final stretch. These are a lot of good racers in this group. Lap number 3. Every placement's going to matter. Looks like Toad's going to cruise across in first. Yoshi's going to take second. Now remember, only the top 2 will advance out of this stage. So you want to keep your score as low as possible. Brad, what'd you get? 2. Quentin. 3. Randy. 1. Emily. 4. All right, let's do random number generator, and it is track number 4 back in the Mushroom Cup. That is Calamari Desert. What in the world? We've seen a lot of Calamari Desert today. So, whenever you guys are ready, this is it. This is possibly your last race of the day. The top 2 will advance to the final 4. I am also kind of working the Twitch commentary as well as our live in-bar commentary, so you might hear me repeat some things or kind of go over things again. Calamari Desert's a tough course, as you have the train that comes into play as well as a lot of boxes. People can go off track and kind of end up in the dirt. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch. Everyone at home watching, everyone in the bar watching. Want to give a big thanks to Level 1 for letting us run these events. We have cool prizes. We're going to do these tournaments every other month with the way things have been going. So we will be back the 3rd Saturday of September. The 3rd Saturday of September. If you're viewing at home, I hope you can hear me all right. Hopefully I'm not too loud or overpowering. I'm kind of working 2 microphones here, so a little bit of uncharted territory. Trying to entertain here in the bar as well as on the internet. As they're on to lap number 2 already, this is the final race for the semifinal Group 2. The top two will advance out of this group. The difference between first and third is huge, as you want to keep your score as low as possible. I'm not sure if Scott kind of went over how that worked, but it's a mixture of golf. So if you finish in third and you finish in third, you get a score of 6. You finish in first, you get a score of 1. So things work out pretty good. Oh, thank you guys for listening, tuning in. Oh no, Princess Peach, everyone onto their third and final lap. Princess Peach was out in front, back in front, holding on for dear life, drifting around the corners there. Mario now in second, sending out some red shells. Ooh, a good fire back from Princess Peach. Princess Peach sending a shell backwards. That's a real pro move. Causing some trouble for Mario. Everyone's still neck and neck. This is the last race. We're halfway done. Third and final lap. This is the last race for Group 2. Make it count, boys. Here we go. We're coming up to the final box location. Every box is going to matter. Yoshi just barely gets that box. And it's some mushrooms. He's going to try to go through the desert. Will it be enough? Yoshi trying to hold on to second. Oh, my gosh. Yoshi's going to get up to first. Yoshi will steal first. Mario takes second. Toad fourth. Peach third. Some high-flying action. I told you it was going to come down to the end. And who got that? Something good out of that last box. Brad, what'd you get? 1. Quentin, what'd you get? 3. Uh-oh. Randy, 4. Uh-oh. Emily, 2. All right, let me do some final calculations with my super math. 4, 6, 7. Plus 2 plus 1. Got to kind of do the scores here, because I am terrible. So the scores for Group 2 are, the final scores are 6, 7, 8, 9. So it was very, very close. 6, 7, 8, 9, and advancing out of Group 2 is Randy and Brad. Randy and Brad stay alive, and they will take on Tyler and Rick. Tyler and Rick. Now, do you guys want a quick breather before we do the finals? Just a quick breather here? Okay. We'll take about just a 5-minute break or so, if even. Yeah, about 5 minutes. And then, we'll take a little 5-minute breather, because the final are 8 races. The final 8. So we basically do our 2 cups and then take over. So get your controllers set. This is it. If you need a quick Tyler, Rick, Brad, and Randy, get a drink of water, use the restroom, because this is it. We're going to start in about 4 to 5 minutes. Get your controllers ready in the final spots. Get, what's up, Quentin? Oh, it's frozen? Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Hang on here. Hopefully, oh crap, did we lose activity? Hang on 1 second while we take this breather. Someone bumped the capture card.